Well, we're so glad to see you again. And here we are in Texas.
Yes, here we are coming live from the Quality Inn just outside Austin, Texas.
And we just concluded the greatest
The best
plant-based.
ever plant-based conference.
Yeah,
No, yeah, something like
yeah, it
that.
was great. Anyway, with Dr. Joel Furman and some other luminaries. And one thing that really has struck me since coming here, going through several airports and being in Texas, is the health of the US population has really gone down, really deteriorated. There's so many overweight people. I just am astonished.
Yeah, it's like more overweight. We haven't traveled since before COVID, so it's back 2019. So what is that? 5 years, and we were both quite surprised. There's a noticeable gain in the
True.
population
Yeah.
that's walking through airports these days.
Yeah, and men, so many men who are overweight, which you didn't normally see so much, and young people really obese. It's quite remarkable the way that the food system has been engineered to really create addictive eating habits and very poor health as a result.
Yeah, so there was a lot of focus on that on the conference, and Dr. Furman was really hammering it home, and he was pointing out that if you use the body mass index, how much fat there is to your mass, how much weight there is. The standard that they use in the United States is that overweight is a BMI, body mass index, above 25. And he said that when you really look at the quality of health a person's experiencing, anything over a BMI of about 23 is overweight and showing the complications of having that extra weight. So he was saying that with a BMI of 25, what the health organizations in the US say anything over this is overweight. With a BMI over 25, 80% of the population is overweight, 80%. And he said, if you look at it at a BMI of 23, above 23, 90%.
90.
And,
Yeah,
and
astonishing.
it's kind of like what we saw in the airports. It's like, this is the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was surprising. So just one other interesting point about the whole percentages, he said of the 10% who are below 23 on the BMI, 8% of those are smokers or they have a dire health condition that's keeping their weight down. So there's only 2% of the population in America that's kind of living with a normal, natural BMI that's healthy.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
Because I just remembered what he pointed out too is that animals in nature have a normal BMI because they just eat what's natural. They eat organic whole foods.
True.
That's all we get.
Plant-based.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said all the animals in nature have a normal BMI except the ones we feed. Those little fat little squirrels that run around the food shack. And how if you eat the standard American diet and you're not overweight, there's something wrong with you. Our bodies are designed to put on that extra weight if we don't eat a natural diet. And that's a symptom to say, hey, look, something's not quite right.
Yeah, that's so true. And there is good news in all of this bleakness that we saw. And that is that the body is a healing machine and it can restore and heal and create great health if we give it what it loves to eat, which allows it to thrive.
Yeah. Well, that's what got us started on this journey, is that we had health conditions, and it's like the medical advice and remedy was surgery for Connie and these and painkillers for me. And it's like we kind of knew in our bodies that's not the journey we wanted to live the rest of our lives on. And so we looked for alternatives, and oh my gosh, what we found is just so beyond even where we were kind of thinking we were healthy before the
Yeah, that's
conditions
true.
developed.
Yeah, our health is so great. And it really has made a huge, huge difference several times as health conditions have come up in
Yeah,
our lives.
yeah. So in a way, those symptoms, those problems, those difficulties that came into our lives, they were gifts. They were real
Very
gifts
true.
to make us look deeper than the kind of lifestyle that we had created that was okay, keeping things going. But then a symptom came up and we go, oh, wait, we need to fine tune something. If I'm really listening to my body, it's saying something's out of balance. What do I need to do to come back into balance? So, yeah, that's what got us started. And all of the presenters that were at the conference these 2 days, they were all telling the good news stories of their own lives or the lives of their clients. Many people came up to us after our presentation, just to thank us for the presentation, but we would ask, so how did you get started? And the same thing, these people who are trim and healthy and that, well, I was over 300 pounds. You were over 300 pounds? The body is a healing machine, like Connie's saying. And we just saw testimony after testimony after testimony of the 2% who are healthy.
Exactly. So choose health. That's the main thing. And we have so many resources on our website, blogs, recipes, and we'd love to talk with you personally if you have a health concern and begin to steer you in a direction that will serve your life. Yeah. Now, recipe. So we prepared an SOS free meal where they could taste what that was like: salt, oil, and sugar-free food. And, greens, dark leafy greens are difficult for most people who haven't had them before. So one dish we made was kale, onion, carrots, peppers. Yeah, delicious. If you put ingredients in the kale that makes it taste sweet, then people normally really enjoy it right from the get-go. So the recipe is on our website, and try it yourself and see if the sweetness of the onion, which you'll need to add because that isn't in the recipe on the website, and the carrots and the peppers don't really up your enjoyment of dark leafy greens, because they are a power food. They are what really give us the high level of nutrient the body thrives on and can utilize that nutrient to heal and clean and nourish.
It was fun when we prepped it. So we did a presentation on Saturday about how to really be able to make the transition to whole food plant-based and make it sustainable. So if you fall off the wagon, how you get back on. Then on Sunday, we did the food demo, and it was really kind of fun because we served it out in these little dishes in little cups, 2-ounce cups. And the oohs and the ahs, it was like they'd take this bite and they go, whoa, this is really good.
Surprise.
Yeah, it's really fun. So give it a try. I think you'll like it. So we'll be back again next week from our home in Kelowna.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us.